Good evening. Good evening, baseball fans. Eric Thompson with the Newton Falls Tigers home game tonight. Tonight they'll be facing the Warriors of Brookfield. First pitch is just moments away. Tonight's the last home game for these Tigers of Newton Falls. It was also senior night, so we'll have a little bit more of that in just a little bit. First pitch tonight be 83 degrees. Light breeze out of left center field. It's coming in around 10 miles an hour. Barely a cloud in the sky. Temps will fall throughout the game, but only by 1 or 2 degrees, maybe be close to 80 degrees by the end of the game. Owen Gazda, the pitcher of record for the Tigers tonight. He's out on the mound warming up now. Number 22, Cameron Huff, will be catching for him. Tigers are fired up. They're ready to go. They had a good game last night. It was very exciting. They won. Put another victory under their belt. That's always good. We had some pretty interesting statistics. If we look here, the Warriors are 4-9 on the season. The Tigers played a few more games. They are 9-12. So the Tigers are a little under 500, and they kind of came together as the season went on. Both teams seem to score most of their runs in either the first or the seventh inning. The Tigers are either early or late bloomers. Brookfield is kind of the opposite of that. They score the majority of their runs in the second and fourth and sixth innings. So they're even-numbered scoring teams, and as it works out, and the Tigers kind of tend to score in the odd innings. Neither of them really score much during the middle of the game, the heart of the game. So we'll hope tonight that the Tigers can find some hot bats, hold the Warriors tight, and get out to an early lead. There's the coming down pitch. Fires into second base. Umpire's ready to go. And batting first for the Brookfield Warriors, number 17. He's a right-handed batter. He'll take his place in the right-handed batter's box. He stands in to face Gazda. It is exactly 5:30. And here's your first pitch. That's a strike called over the outside part of the plate. Laverty is the second baseman, batting first for the Warriors. There's a swing and a miss at an outside pitch. Quickly, he's down 0-2. There's a long fly ball to deep center field. Center fielder is back and makes the catch. Very acrobatic. I'm sorry, he did not make the catch. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm sorry. I thought he made the catch. It looked like he caught the ball. Maybe he caught it off the fence, but he was able to throw it in. And as Laverty tried to make that a double, the ball met him at the bag for a tag out. Either way, Tigers record their first out. First pitch to number 7 for the Warriors is a called strike. He's the shortstop, Randall. It's a ground ball to third base, scooped up on 2 hops, fired over to first, perfect throw. And the Tigers have recorded now 2 outs. Now batting for the Warriors, number 8, their center fielder, Moody. Moody stands in to face Gazda's first offering. And he skies it down the first baseline, and it's out of play. 0-1 count. Put a new ball in. Gazda's offering to Moody. A little bit high for a ball. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. It's a ground ball again, a slow roller down to third base, easily handled by the third baseman, fires over to first and records the 3rd out. After 1/2 inning of play, there's no score at all. We'll be back after this timeout. Starting off the bottom of the first inning, number 22, Cameron Huff. Cam stands in wearing number 22, batting right-handed. Umpire tells play And play they do. Here's the first pitch. It's over the outside part of the plate for a strike. Next pitch is a ground ball, hit sharp to the shortstop. Picks it up after a couple of hops, fires over to first base to record the out. It's a well-hit ball, just got to hit them where they ain't. Now batting, number 3, Gino Lazzari. Gino we'll talk about here in a few minutes, but Gino's leading not just the league, not just his team, not just the league, but the state in batting average and on-base percentage. And there is a shot to add to his totals. A nice shot into the gap between left and center field, and he rounds first, headed for second. He's in standing with yet another statistic, his first double of the game tonight.
23, Jordan Dowling.
Jordan Dowling comes to the plate. And he's glad to see Gino ahead of him at second base, ready to score. Dowling comes in number 23. Set up to bat right-handed. Lazzari takes a big lead at second. Pitcher looks him back a couple of times. There is a line shot right into the gap. That's bobbled by the center fielder. Oh, it was in and out of his glove. Lazzari rounds third, headed to home, easily scores. And going into second with a double, diving is Dowling, who is safe on a close play at second. So 2 doubles in a row record the very first run against the Warriors for the Tigers tonight. Ethan Powell comes into bat now. Powell is a regular outfielder for the Tigers. Dowling takes a big lead at second. It's held for a moment. The runner can go. There's a long fly ball that's just over the shortstop's head. That'll hold Dowling at second base, but the ball falls in for a nice single. Number 13, Holden Hansel. Junior comes into bat right-handed, wearing number 13. With runners at first and second. Just 1 out. Runner at second takes a big lead. Runner at first, a small lead. Hansel pops the ball straight up and back over the backstop into the neighbor's yard. Hope it's not one of those neighbors that takes the ball, keeps it, and won't give it back. Hansel steps back in, new ball to the pitcher. Runners tag up at first and second. It's part of the problem with playing in the confines of a small town where the neighborhood is close to the field. A lot of balls get knocked around. Nothing through a house window. I know we've broken a few car windows over the years, but no house windows. Thank goodness. That first pitch is a ball. The 1-1 offering to Hansel comes in, and it's a line shot right up the center, bouncing in to the center fielder, who tries to get it into second base in time, but fails loading the bases. Trevor Rusco comes to the plate with the bases loaded and just 1 out. He too bats left-handed, looks down to third base. The coach looking for a sign. The sign most likely is hit the ball. Hit it hard, hit it far. Let's score some of these runs. There's a very low pitch. He wanted that one and managed to hold off. Dowling lines up at third, takes a big lead. Nobody's holding him. And there's a called strike over the inside part of the plate for Rusco. Evens the count at 1-1. That one comes in just a little bit high over the letters. That was close. Good for him for holding off on that, but boy, that's a tough one to lay back. Brookfield's pitcher shakes off a couple of pitches, finds one he likes as a sign from the catcher. The 2-1 offering comes in over the head of the batter, just barely missing him, hitting him on the head. Third baseman was late covering the bag. Dowling's lead was very large, and I think that's what they were trying to do, is catch him with an inside pitch and throw it down and tag him out. Another pitch, very high, and that walks in a run. So Dowling won't have to work too hard, just steps on the plate, scores the second run for the Tigers. Number 21 is the pitcher for the Newton Falls Tigers. It's Owen Gazda. Owen stands in also with bases loaded, still one out. First pitch he sees is a strike over the inside part of the plate. This umpire doing a great job tonight. Calls are loud. They're quick, they're accurate. It's good to see. There's a high pitch comes in, he swings at it and knocks it way back deep to center field. Center fielder picks it up, runner tags at third and comes all the way home without a challenge. That puts the Tigers up 3-0 and 2 outs now. Number 1, Nick Rapsack, the batter. Nick's a senior tonight, one of the seniors that was honored. We'll share some of that with you between innings. Between innings, we'll show you the senior night honorees. Right now, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. That first pitch inside backs him off the plate for a ball. I don't know if it's that it's the last game of the season here at home, or if it's the beautiful weather, or perhaps a combination of the two. There's a pitch high inside. Catcher did a nice job of getting up and grabbing that one before it got away from him. But with the nice weather and the last game of the season, a lot of parents, grandparents, and family members, friends, folks from the community come out to support the team. And it's really nice to see. This might be the biggest crowd they've had all year. That pitch was ball 3, and it's in the dirt. The runner from second went on that. That was Holden Hansel, the junior, who was a little bit late jumping off of second base, and the throw to third from the catcher was perfectly placed, and he slid in a big cloud of dust, as you could see, and was out with the tag. We'll go right now to the senior stuff. The pregame stuff that they did with the seniors was fantastic, and we honored the seniors, and we'll show you that right now between innings. Thank you very much. Say it again. Go like this. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Newton Falls Baseball Senior Night. Your first senior is Jordan Dowling, escorted by parents Mindy and John and brother Jake. In the future, Jordan plans to go into the nursing. His favorite baseball memory is hitting a dinger against Waterloo in the playoffs, and he would like to give a special thank you to all of his coaches for pushing him to be better. Jordan Dowling. Your next and
You can't go wrong with that. Number 9 batting for Brookfield takes the first pitch a little bit high. Pulowski, the batter. So the third baseman fouls one back to the screen, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Another one out of the strike zone on the low side. David Pulowski is a senior for the Warriors. And other than the strike, that was 4 balls, and the Tigers have allowed a runner to reach first base here in the top of the 2nd inning. The infield umpire changes positions. He'll come inside the base paths for this one so that he can watch the play at second, the runner at first, and he can keep a good eye on the pitcher, watching that the technique does not bail into a balk. Now batting another Pulowski. This one's number 6, the first baseman. Takes the first pitch as a strike. Second pitch is fouled straight back over the backstop. Another one into the side yards there by the sidewalk, over the street. 0-2 count. Runner at first takes a pretty good lead. Holden holding the runner. It's not easy to say. Holden holding the runner at first. Pitcher steps off the rubber, fakes a throw to first, looks back to the batter, and the batter fouls it off. The runner, you see, Pulowski took off on that pitch, and he was almost all the way to second base by the time the ball hit the backstop, so he had a real good jump. You'll watch Gazda may pay a little bit more attention to him this time around. There's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Gavin Marsh comes to the plate. Gavin is a left-handed batter. He wears number 22. He's their left fielder. He saw a little action in that last half inning when the Tigers put up 3 runs. Big lead at first. Holden Hansel holding him. Runner goes, and the throw exchange was just not perfect. Ball got bobbled. It was perfectly caught and then bobbled a little bit as he tried to take it out of the glove to throw. That would have been a close play. Instead, no throw. Score him a stolen base. Marsh looks at a pitch that was a strike high in the strike zone over the outside part of the plate. None of the defensive players seem to be holding the runner at second, so that allows a big lead, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3, making it 2 outs. A little less worried about the runner now, and a little more worried on the batter. That batter is Baum. Hunter Baum is a senior. He's the catcher for tonight's game. He wears number 56, bats right-handed, stands in, takes the first pitch as a strike right down the middle of the plate. And Gazda gets the ball, toes the rubber, doesn't even check the runner. Looks back to the runner, nobody holding him. The 0-1 delivery outside, evening the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big lead at second base. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. As Gazda looks in, checks the signs, agrees, and delivers the 1-2 count pitch. It's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and other than that runner at second, no damage done to the Tigers' 3-0 lead. We'll be back in just a moment with the bottom half of the second inning.
Final seniors are Hunter Jones and Nick Rapsack, escorted by parents Jen and Dave Rapsack, brother Roman, and sister Peyton, and brother Carter. In the future, Nick plans to go into heavy equipment operation, and Hunter plans to go into the pipe fitting trade. Nick's favorite baseball memory is when Coach Chad puts him on the bump. Hunter's favorite baseball memory is being around friends, Hunter Jones and Nick Rapsack.
At bat number 1,
Nick Rapsack coming to the plate in the bottom of the second inning. Rapsack wearing jersey number 1 looks out at the Warriors pitcher. A couple of practice swings and he's ready to go. There's an inside pitch that it's a nice ballet move to get out of the way of that one. Mood on the Tigers bench seems to be pretty jovial tonight. A little goofing around, a lot of laughing, and it's easy to be a little bit more relaxed with that 3-run lead this early in the game, but still serious about baseball. There's a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Montgomery, the pitcher, he wears number 41 for the Warriors. It's behind a little bit in the count here. 3-1 is the count. Rapsack looks at Montgomery. Montgomery looks at his catcher. He's ready to go out of the stretch. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Montgomery looks in, shakes off a sign or two, says yes, gets ready for this full count delivery to Rapsack. It's high, and the Tigers have their first runner aboard. Alex Pennington coming to the plate. He's wearing jersey number 11, batting on the right side of the plate.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team.
Pennington, a junior, stands in. First baseman holding the runner at first. Montgomery's delivery is high and outside. Catcher fakes a throw back down, keeping Rapsack honest at first base. Rapsack looks back to the bag, makes sure he's the right distance away. Montgomery's pitch comes straight in, eye high and inside. 2-0. A lot of times a pitcher is really distracted by a runner taking a big lead at first base. Even though the first baseman is doing a good job of covering the bag, the runner doesn't seem to be held. Here's Montgomery's 2-0 delivery. No. His move to first was a good one, good enough to make Rapsack dive back in. You know, Shakes the dirt out of his baseball pants. Tags up. Looks back to the pitcher, takes a big lead. Montgomery in the stretch, comes home with it, and it's low. So that distraction at first base is huge, just huge. The damage it can do to a pitcher is irreparable. As you can see here, it's 3-0. This next pitch has to be perfect, or it's a walk. And it's a walk. So the distraction worked. That puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Number 22 walks to the plate. It's Cameron Huff. Catcher calls time to go out and talk to his pitcher, Montgomery, maybe settle him down a little bit. I don't know, he seems to be pointing at the sky. Maybe he's telling him his pitches are coming in too high, or the way he's releasing the ball. He's releasing it too early, so his arm is too high in the windup. Whatever the conference, it leads to Cameron Huff doing a little landscaping around first base, moving a ton of dirt. Runners again at first and second with nobody out. Cam Huff stands in, awaits Montgomery's first delivery, shows bunt, pulls back. The throw to third is over the third baseman's head. It goes into left field. Rapsack comes in and dives into home plate. The runner from first makes it all the way to third, and the throw goes past the third baseman as well as past the left fielder, all the way out into left field. All the runners score. No RBIs left for Cameron Huff. But the Tigers have a very comfortable 5-0 lead. This causes the umpire to have to clean the plate once more. Huff stands back in. The count, 1 ball, no strikes. Scoring at home, give him a couple of errors on the throws. Now the downside is that there are no runners left on base to distract the pitcher, so he only has to concentrate on the batter. Counts 2-0. Montgomery's delivery to Huff is in the dirt to make it 3-0. Delivery comes in high and inside and puts a runner back at first base.
At bat number 3, Gino Lazzari.
Gino Lazzari comes to the plate, stick in hand. His last at bat was a solid double, and he'd like to do another one of those, but he'll have to wait just a moment as the Warriors head coach wanders out to the mound to have a discussion with his infield. All of the infielders come in. I'm surprised their parents don't come in too. I don't understand why everyone comes in, but used to be the rule was only the pitcher and catcher could be on the mound. That was an American League rule. National League rule was everybody came in. Apparently we've adopted that for high school. Conference over, return to play. Lazzari, after a short delay, takes a couple of practice swings on the left side of the plate. Steps into the batter's box with a healthy 5-0 lead behind him and a runner at first base in Huff. Montgomery's first pitch is a ground ball that goes right to the shortstop. Fielder's choice. They get to second. They try for the double play, and Lazzari's speed prevents the double play from being recorded. So just one out. Score that a fielder's choice. Lazzari stays at first to run. Huff returns to the dugout, but he did his job. Number 23, Jordan Dowling, one of the seniors honored this evening. He stands in. See how Lazzari looks at first base as he takes a big lead. He's a threat to steal. And there he goes. And the foul ball comes back to the backstop, and Lazzari comes back to first base. So one strike and a big reset on the field.
Hey, I got a nice
Montgomery's 0-1 delivery as he watches Lazari at first. Comes in high. There's that distraction I talked about earlier. Dowling stands back in. Lazari takes a big lead at first. Montgomery's pitch is low in the dirt. Catcher looks down to first, decides not to throw. Lazari hops back. Again, Lazari takes a big lead. First baseman holding him. Montgomery steps off, looks at first, forcing Lazari back to tag up. Montgomery checks first base again, brings the 2-1 delivery. It's a long fly ball to deep center field, way back at the fence. It's a one-hopper. Lazari holds at second to make sure he didn't catch it, gets all the way around to third base. Dowling holds at first. So with runners at first and third, number 27, Ethan Powell, comes to the plate. Powell, the center fielder for the Tigers. You can sing along at home. Words are very simple. Powell stands in. Lazari takes a big lead at third. They send the runner from first. Catcher fakes a throw to second. It does not fool Lazari at third base, nor his coach at third base. Runners at second and third. With just one out, that pitch low and inside. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch real high. Catcher did a good job of coming up out of his squat to grab that one. With just one out and runners at second and third, this 3-0 pitch is not that important. Right down the middle, no swing, no attempt, just watch it go by. That's a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. You can afford to dance around the plate a little bit with first base open. The worst thing that happens is you put somebody on and you put your team's defense in a double play situation. There's a long fly ball, sky high, goes into shallow left field. Left fielder moves to his left, comes in. No attempt to throw home as Lazari tags up and scores. Leaving only a runner at second base, but adding another run to the lead. The Tigers now have 6 runs with 2 outs. Holden Hansel comes to the plate. Brings with him that big strike zone. He's one of the taller players on the team. Waves that bat, digs in.